Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Becky and this is Bria Makes Art, and today I wanted to decorate the cover of my 7th sketchbook. This is an ELO sketchbook. It is the type of sketchbook I tend to use. I'm going to use foil to do that. In order to get the foil on there, I have these foil quill pens. I've had them for a while. They work really well. Basically the tip heats up and I guess it kind of melts the foil onto the surface, and then you end up with a nice kind of shiny foil design on your surface. Alrighty, so this is the design that I want to go with. This is the idea. It's kind of an Art Nouveau or Art Deco style design. I'm not quite sure where it falls. Probably a little bit more Art Deco because the straighter lines. But then I'm just going to say sketchbook number 7 and then some cool little decorations around there. They may look like this. They may be a little bit different, but this is the idea. And I just need to draw it out on this piece of paper, which is the right size to fit on the cover of my ELO sketchbook so that I can use this to transfer my design onto here. I did watch a couple of quick videos on the heat pens, and a lot of people say that you need to let them heat up for 2 minutes, which I did not when I was testing that out earlier, so that's good to know. And then also, if you are going to lay a piece of paper over top, to use additional pressure when you are trying to transfer the design. So again, good to know. I will have to just kind of keep checking to make sure the design is transferred on the way I want it to, so that I can make sure that I don't get like a lot of spotty bits. Alright, after a little fiddling and a lot of erasing, I have my kind of final design here. I decided to actually spell out the number 7 instead of just having the 7 on there, because I thought it just looked better. I really like the kind of Art Nouveau style font, and I think that all the flourishes are going to be really pretty. So last thing that I need to do is actually get this transferred over onto my sketchbook cover, and that means that I need to let the pen heat up for a few minutes, get this kind of attached to the cover so it doesn't move around, so that my design doesn't get all wonky, and then just go for it. Alright, I've got my nice little package. I put this tape here in the middle in order to keep the two seams lined up real nicely when I was wrapping it, and now I can take it off. I think that'll be good. The only reason that I don't want to leave it on there is I'm afraid that if I leave it on there, it's going to make it really hard for the heat to get all the way through. I do know that I have a couple of spots on the sides here that is going to be a little bit harder for that heat to get through, and I was just trying to avoid having that in a lot of spots because I want to make sure that I get a really good transfer. The unfortunate thing is it's going to be really hard for me to peek to see if I'm getting a good transfer or not, because I've got this all taped down, but I have it all taped down so it doesn't move around, and so that sorry, ooh, that's hot, and so that it stays nice and flat, so that I don't get wrinkles, because again, if I get wrinkles I won't get very good transfer. So I'll just have to deal with it the way it is and hope that I get a good transfer through. I'm taping my design down now so that it stays nice and flat and doesn't move around on me, because again, if that moves around, then my design is going to get all messed up when I actually get it transferred on. Okay, so I think we are all ready. Now the only thing left is to do it. Alright, here we go. Wish me luck. Hopefully this is going to work out nicely. I'm going to be adjusting this around so I've got good angles on things, and just hope that this works the way I want it to. I'm doing nice firm pressure and going back and forth a couple times on the lines in order to hopefully ensure that I get good transfer. this point, I'm basically cutting through the paper with the pen here in order to get a good transfer. Alright, it's working. It's just gonna take a lot of effort. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the camera off and work on this for a little bit and then come back, check in a little bit. My hand's killing me to press so hard. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, let's take a peek. Hey! It's working. It's a little bit scratchy in spots, but it's working. Not as clean as I'd like it to be, but I think it'll be cool when it's done. Unfortunately, I need to give my hand a break because I have to press so hard. My fingers are really sore right now, so I'm going to give my hand a break before I continue on with the last bits here. I'm going to kind of peek at the bottom here to see if it's looking good. I'm hoping it is. Not as good as I want, so definitely needs some more work down there. Okay. Not the most efficient way to decorate your sketchbook cover. When last we met, I was having a hard time getting the foil to transfer onto the sketchbook because just getting the heat to go through the paper into the foil and then into the sketchbook, I was having a really hard time and my hand was starting to cramp. But I've been away for a little bit and I have had a brainwave that I think is going to help save my hand and actually help to transfer all of this much more easily onto the sketchbook. So one thing that I can see here is that, like, as I've pressed through, it is leaving marks on the foil underneath. So I think all I'll need to do is actually kind of press through and dent each of the designs here once and then take the paper off and then use the indentations on the foil in order to help me know where to go over it again, and then that way the heat will transfer much better through just the foil instead of through the paper, through the foil and into the sketchbook. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a try and hopefully that will work much better. So what I still need to do is the lettering here and then the designs down here, and then I can pull all of this off and then just go over it again just on the foil itself, and hopefully that'll give me a much smoother, better result, and it'll just transfer much better and save my hand from cramping. So wish me luck. This has been heating up for a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and get going on this, and hopefully this is going to work much better and we'll get some good results out of it. Alright, here is the moment of truth. I'm going to go ahead and peel this paper off and see if I can actually see those designs indented into the foil. And if so, maybe I can work from there and not have to press quite so hard. Aha, I can. That's going to be great. I can see the indentation on there, and that's going to make it so much easier now, because now I can go straight on the foil instead of through the paper, through the foil, and onto the sketchbook itself. And I'm hoping that this is going to allow me to get so much better results. I'm going to pull this tape back. I can see that the I don't know, there's like a design that's left on here, little kind of dotty bits. It's looking much different than it did before I peeled the paper off. So I think I'm getting much better results going this way, because I think the heat is going through the foil much better, and hopefully I'm going to get much cleaner results this way. Okay, it's done. I saved my hand. I don't know if you guys can see, but I actually did end up poking through the paper in a number of spots here with as hard as I was pressing on it in order to get the transfer through the paper and into the foil. I did finally realize that that was dumb, that all I needed to do was really just use this as tracing paper and trace onto the foil, and then use the foil directly and just trace over where I had already drawn my lines, and that would transfer much better, and it definitely did. I did find that there are some spots where as I was sketching over, I had it upside down. As I was kind of drawing over my lines, I accidentally missed a little bit, and so I've got kind of some double lines here and there, but it is what it is. I did find that if I go over it with the hot pen, I can kind of erase that a little bit, so I did it in a couple of spots where it was a little bit more egregious. We will see how well this holds up. I'm not really sure, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. I really like the shiny gold. If you guys have ideas on ways to get like a cool gold effect like this on here that's much easier than what I tried, please let me know. I'll give it a try sometime. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good time, and I will see you again next week. Bye.